but that's it. Now with this one though, you get a bunch of stuff. You get a full set of 2 rotor blades right there. You get a spare gear and a spare set of gears for the tail rotor, which are the white gears in there. See those? And you get tools. You get the tools that you need to adjust your main rotor tension and whatnot. A little Phillips screwdriver in there. Then there's your little AC charger right there. That comes with the WLtoys. I can't find the one for the Blade 230S. I never used it, so sorry I can't show it to you. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so let's talk about the design and the build quality of these helicopters, in my opinion. Alright, we'll start with the Blade 230S. Now this canopy, I've got lights on here. There's my forward strobes. I don't know if you can see them. There's one of my nav lights there. Got flashing beacon lights there. Things are real tight in there, so I don't want to take the canopy off, but we can take a quick look at some things. So there's the main gear. Blade 230S looks like about the same size as on the V950. A lot more stout though, very, very stout. Here's our cyclic situation here. Top to bottom here, this top look. Okay. Now I don't know a lot about, the workings of the helicopter and so on and so forth, but I do know that this helicopter flies extremely well. It's durable. I haven't had any crashes with it other than one really, really soft crash. Very soft. So I haven't had any crashes with it. But just by the way it's made, it's built, it's very stout. Very stout. Okay, so we're just taking kind of the best close-up look that we can here, keeping in mind that I can't take the canopy off. This is my auxiliary lighting that I've added. There's the controller right there. There you go. There's our brushless tail rotor motor. Now this is brushless throughout. Both main and tail rotors are brushless. Yes. And the motor, the main rotor brushless motor is in there. It's very hard to see, but it's right up in there. Okay. So, in my opinion, the design and build quality of this helicopter is A number 1. Alright, A number 1. Over here, for the money that you're paying, I think it's also A number 1. Now you can see here we got this giant tail rotor motor here inside this big old housing. And you got this giant tail rotor, 2-bladed, for a smaller helicopter than this. And this has a much smaller 3-bladed tail rotor. See the size of the tail rotor in comparison to the helicopter? And then over here you can see the size of this tail rotor in comparison to the helicopter. But it works very well. It doesn't. It makes kind of a funny noise when it flies because the tail rotor is constantly working to keep up with the main rotor brushless motor, but it does it. It does it just fine. Does it great. All right, and we'll take a close look at the rotor head and whatnot here. Okay. Very solid. This thing has super solid skids. Super solid. It's a very nice battery mount, where the battery simply let me put my hat cam on here. Where the battery simply slides in. You can see this here. Just slides in like this. Shaboom. That's it. You're done. I like that. Okay, I like that a lot. Now on the 230S V2, you got to take the canopy off to install the battery. So I think that's really great that you don't have to do it with this. Okay, what else? You can see the tail boom is well supported here. It's metal of some kind. It's heavier than this, which is that carbon fiber? I believe that's carbon fiber on the 230S V2. These skids are also plenty sturdy, plenty sturdy and resilient for those occasional hard landings. Okay. You can see this has an aluminum fitting here with it, which is an Allen. It's got an Allen wrench deal there, so that's actually some nice solid. I think it's some nice solid hardware there keeping that tail rotor on. This one here just has a little screw, but that's all it needs. Okay. All right. I don't want this to be too long for y'all folks, so we're going to jump right on to the next topic here, which is going to be the flight modes. 230S V2. When you're flying in safe, which is here, I think this helicopter could be possibly the ultimate first helicopter. Now, I wouldn't recommend it if a person's completely new to RC, period. But if they're not new to RC, but they can be their first helicopter, I think you could really learn well on this Blade 230 SV2 because of the safe. You put it in safe. If you want to, you don't have to do anything more than raise your throttle, nothing else, and gradually, carefully, until she takes off. But she'll take off by herself if you want to when you're learning. And then you could go ahead and, say she's going backwards, so I'm gonna press this forward a little bit. Okay, cool. Oh, she's drifting to the side. It'd be a way that you could not have any takeoff stress and take off really smoothly for your first time ever with a helicopter, and let the safe and the radio do all the work. And at any time while you're flying this helicopter in safe, you can just let go of the sticks and it'll self-level. All right. You can also hit the panic button, but I don't really recommend that. I think it's better to let go of the sticks and self-level. And unless you're falling, then you want to hit some throttle, obviously. So that's safe. In addition, I carry a big camera mounted on the front of this helicopter, and I fly it with safe so that the bulk and weight of the helicopter, in any little bit of bulk and weight, what am I trying to say? Any bit of negative flight characteristics that the helicopter might experience due to the weight and bulk of the helicopter is eliminated by safe. Let's just put it that way. Safe and AS3X. Okay. In addition, if it's really windy, but I want to fly, I just really want to fly, well, sometimes I'll fly in safe, and I just have a relaxing flight and let safe, be my insurance policy for the flight on that extra windy day. What else? Yeah, the safe on this is just so smooth, it's ridiculous. Okay, and then when you go into collective pitch mode 1, which is agility mode, it's very sensitive. It may be because this is an RTF radio and I'm not able to program in any throttle curves, no expo, none of that. So I believe that's why it's pretty touchy, but not necessarily a bad thing. Makes me a better pilot to fly it in the 2 CP modes. And she flies fantastic in those 2 CP modes. Beautiful. You can let go of the sticks, by the way. This helicopter is so great that if you got your CG right, you can let go of the sticks even in CP mode. And as long as you're at about 50 or 55% throttle, so that the helicopter's not going to drop. You got to make sure you got a pitch on the rotor to keep her in the air. As long as you got enough pitch on your rotor to keep her in the air, you can let go of the sticks, and she'll hover there just fine, just like she was in safe. And this is in collective pitch mode. So, even though it's a little bit touchy in collective pitch mode, in my opinion, it's certainly manageable. It's not really a negative thing. Not really. So there you go. Flight modes on this one, which are here, just 2. Now this one has 3. The Blade 230S has 3 flight modes. There's fixed pitch / safe. There's low head speed collective pitch mode and high head speed collective pitch mode. This Blade V950, it just has idle up with gyro assistance, 6-axis gyro assistance, or you have just one collective pitch setting, which is whatever the head speed is in fixed pitch. I believe it's the same head speed. Might be higher, but that's on that. And this one also, the stabilization, the 6G stabilization on this helicopter, the V950, is not anywhere near as smooth as on the Blade 230 SV2. The flying characteristics in general are like a Cadillac on the Blade 230 SV2. It's just that good. Now this one's not quite as effortless to fly, if you will, but it's very good. In the 6-axis gyro, you put a little bit more effort into flying it well than you do with this one, because this one's just inherently ridiculously smooth. However, the 6-axis gyro mode works very well, nonetheless. Now here's the best part, though. When you switch out of the 6-axis gyro mode into the collective pitch mode, aka 3D mode, she's just as smooth as she is in the 6-axis gyro mode. Of course, it takes more to fly her, without the gyro. It takes more from the pilot on the sticks, but it's just as smooth, and it's a very easy transition from the gyro mode on this to the gyro-free collective pitch mode. Very easy transition. Both of these helicopters fly great in wind. This one's the best at everything, just plain the best at everything. Wind, smoothness of flight, everything. And it cost more than twice what this one did. This one here is also extremely good in wind. It's extremely good at everything that this is good at. This is just the best. Just the best. Right? This is A number one at everything